Right. To deal with the bandits. This won't last forever, so
To your weapons,
let's gonna
and
move on.
don't let up. Attack!
Keep your eyes peeled here, Chief. Bandits usually strike from the shadows. They don't have the guts to face us like real men. Right, like idiots. Pretty sure I saw the bandits already. There. How good are you? Not particularly good. I think they're technically starting to sneak around. Right. How the fuck are you hitting me? Critical hits. Right. Even that doesn't reach my armor class, but it's always a hit. They can hit me with a natural 20 and that's it. Rusty shorts. Weren't kidding about them having shitty equipment. Longbow, ooh, arrows of impact. Extra bludgeoning damage. Right, so that's not so bad. Point being, if we get into fight with these, go after the archers first. They're going to do a lot more damage. I don't want to go along the road, because we're just gonna face ambushes there. I'll at least take the arrows. Also a way to do bludgeoning damage with arrows. That's be worth something. Okay, they probably have a base here. Bandit captain. Well, well, well. Hmm. Holy fucking shit. He made it exactly. He was very likely to fail, but apparently he didn't fail. I don't want you to heal me, I want you to kill them.
And don't let up. Attack!
Let me worry about mine. There has to be more bandits around here. Ring of Protection, Bandit Leader's Head, Great Sword +1. Well, some kind of a leather armor, magical. Identified ugly boots. Wand, I don't know. And a couple of shitty spells I can't use. A rogue level might not be a bad idea, but I don't think so. It's not my kind of thing. The benefit would be to use magical items. Or what's the skill? I think it's use magical items. Either way, I could use some of these scrolls for something. To use equipment I normally can't use, that sort of stuff.
I'll see you cut asunder!
Right, there's only weak enough. With armor class. Kill them, don't heal me.
Come to me! I await you here!
Okay, there seems like there's a larger ambush here, and I'm taunted. I think this might have been the first time ever I've been taunted by an enemy in the Terminus one. Someone is fighting.
I bring judgment!
What do you bring? I hate how these abilities work. They should be on-off abilities, instead they continually go on and off on their own. Well, they go off on their own. When the current situation has ended, it just goes off. Which is a very unfortunate way to use the ability. Just unnecessary clicking back and forth. That's the only consequence of that.
I'll see you cut asunder!
Might as well try to cleanse this area as thoroughly as possible before moving forward. Ooh, barricade. Can I interact? Hard to believe a group of unwatched thieves and brigands could pose such a threat. Those guys were really set up back there. Looks like they were in for a long stay, until we came along, that is. Resists my damage. If I have to manually break this, it's gonna be a very painful operation. I'm doing so low damage, I can't damage the broken table. Yeah, it absorbs 5 points of damage, and that's pretty much everything I have. Just let it go. We can go around. Like this. And the pig is gone. I don't think I'm gonna use the badgers. I might have something as backup, but I apparently the sleep is very good. Entangle, transmutation, reflex, immobilize. Yeah, and as a reflex, it would affect quite a few things. Non-3 rogues and monks would be very likely to get trapped by it, at least some of them. So it's a way to manage a fighting situation. Maybe in combination of other abilities, it could be very deadly. Culdeny. Oh, Either way, be able to get the beer, get the money. That's another couple of quests we have complete. There should be more bandits. Right, mode deactivate. Every time I give a new command, it automatically deactivates itself. We'll beat them yet. Kalispur Rangers. I think we've got a warning about druids in there. I'm saving my animal companion for hard or some kind of topper situation anyway. It's a burr. It's not gonna be able to tank too much damage anyway, but it can disarm opponents. So we get a well, if we desperately need a little bit of extra damage, or we find an enemy that we very much like to disarm, then I'll use the companion. I'll rely on summoned creatures until that. Right. Might be a bandit or two somewhere, but I think this is cleansed for all intents and purposes. We possibly need to get rid of the roadblock though. Another town would mean more quests. I got the impression it's a harbor town.
Time for a bit of the game.
Ooh, we are getting experience from getting rid of this. I guess I'm getting rid of it. I can't use that. The two-handed weapon makes a lot of sense. I mean, there's no danger here. Does as much damage as possible, but can't use a sword. Oh, sweet Jesus. Isn't there any other way? Might be able to sound burst away. Probably not.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Still, it's 25 experience points per piece of crap here, so it's a couple of hundred experience points for free. Can't I get someone else to do it? Well, pretty much a critical hit is the only thing that helped me here. I could rest and take a strength increasing spell. And it's still not going down. Why can't I just move it to the side? It's a broken chair. I don't need to make kindling out of it. I need to just get it away from the road.
Yeah!
Just seems like that would be the more obvious option. There's like maybe 5 pieces in total still here. Right. Culdeny. Oh, I guess it's supposed to be foggy. What's this? You made it through the bandit blockade. Good for you.
Well met.
Welcome to Culdeny. Can I get some directions? It's a small town, sir. Everything you want is on the main street. Thanks. It's late evening. It's good to be back in Culdeny again. We should stop by the local chapter house at some point. I'd like to check in with the priestess. Roym Faber.
Hello there.
I must thank you for clearing the highway, friend. You made it possible for merchants like myself to trade between the towns again. You're welcome, sir. Well, I'd love to stay and chat, but I have to deliver these goods to Braxworth. Hey, could I get a ride with you? Sure, and I'll only charge you 10 gold. You're charging me money after I saved your livelihood. Yep. Wouldn't have much of a livelihood if I didn't charge people, would I? You want a ride or not? I'll walk. As you wish. I'll see you around. I find their halfling stance perfectly reasonable. Culdeny Brewery. Right, needed something out of this. Shipment of ale. Cheland Walters.
Greetings.
Well, I'm sorry, but we don't sell ale directly. If you're after the drink, head over to the Sea Spray Inn. Actually, I'm here from Braxworth to pick up a shipment of ale.
This load is a bit of a strain.
Ah yes, that shipment has been gathering dust for a few weeks now. Here you go. It's kind of heavy, isn't it? That's not my problem anymore, friend. Good luck. Great. How heavy is it? It's not that heavy. Do I dare give it to Dante? Gonna drink it down. 50 pounds. He can carry it, no problem. Master Brewer, Carlton McTavish.
Hey, I'll tell ye.
This will make a fine batch. Cheland can help you if you need anything. Right. Doesn't seem like there's anything interesting here. Need a light. Commerce. Mayor's offices. I don't feel like starting a breaking and entering spree here at the moment, so I'll leave the places that don't seem to have a purpose. At least for now. Offices of the mayor. Probably should talk to him. Damn it, man. You're just not listening to me. Yes, what is it? I'm sorry to interrupt, but I was wondering if there was some way I could be of assistance. Assistance, eh? Well, perhaps you could assist yourself out the door. I was only trying to help, sir. No need to take my head off. What's the problem? I'd like to help if I can. Perhaps you should ask him. I'm really very busy, sir. Please go away. As you wish.
What do you want?
What the hell do you want? I think everyone here should just cool down for a moment. Hi there, Dante. Didn't see you come in. How you been? Oh, can't complain. What's going on here? You two know each other, I take it? Yeah, Donovan's a ranger like me, just in case you couldn't figure that out from the uniform. Well, actually I didn't. Did they cloak? Oh, I see. As a group of us down in the Calisper Ranges. When I say group, I mean it literally. With the finest archers in the king's army, so naturally he took most of us with him on his journey west. So there are only a handful of us left to perform our peacetime duties, protecting the king's hunting reserve from poachers. Um, I think I see where this is going. You probably guessed it then. We've got dozens of game hunters wreaking havoc in the forest. This fool won't send any of his forces down to help us. Bureaucrats. Don't get me started on bureaucrats. Culdeny would be, probably thinks that protecting people is more important than protecting wild animals, but that would be very undruid for me. Need some extra hands, eh? Today's your lucky day. Is that an offer of help? It's hard for me to tell as I haven't heard too many lately. Steady on there. I'm doing the best I can under difficult circumstances. Excuse me, but I said I'd help. Just pay me money and I'll take them down. Well, I suppose I could open the coffers a little, say 300 gold. Uh, that'll do nicely. Consider me hired. Well, I'm glad to have some progress here, even if I didn't manage to find an entire army. Okay, so whereabouts do I need to go? Just head south down the highway. About halfway to Broxworth, head west. There's a few cliffs west of the road, and if you follow them, you'll end up near the lodge. Is that your base of operations? Bingo. Speak with Armin Wise. He is our regional commander. He'll tell you everything you need to know. Alright then, I'll head out as soon as I'm ready. Thanks mightily. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a few other things to do before I head back. I'll see you and your group around, Dante. You too, Don. Bye and good luck. Very well. Okay. I suppose we are not gonna talk to the mayor, but we came here for a job and we get a job. Regional barracks. Probably should visit. Commander Ariel Smith.
Something I can do for you?
This is a restricted area, citizen. Why are you here? I was just looking around. Sorry to disturb you. Keep to the populated areas, sir. Good day. Right. Hmm. House of Exotics. Boyer and Fletcher. Black and white cat. Why is it smoking so badly? Unknown device.
Hello there.
Rubo Essen. Welcome. Here you'll find all sorts of strange and exotic goods from distant places. What's this strange device here? I'd tell you, but I'd be giving away my trade secrets, friend. Well, it looks pretty impressive. Doesn't it though? I discovered it on my journey here from my homeland far to the south. It's the cornerstone of my business. So you're still not going to tell me what it is? I can see it's piqued your interest, though I won't divulge its purpose. It's not good business sense. Can I interest you in any of my other items? Persuade. Go on, you can tell me what it does. I swear I won't tell another living soul. Really? Well, okay. If you swear to keep it hush-hush. Well, go on then. It brings in the customers. It makes pretty little lights and that pleasant sound you're hearing, and all the tall folk come by with looks of awe on their faces as they loosen their purse strings. You're using what is clearly some sort of magical device just to attract customers? Really, you don't even know what it is you have here. Well, not really, no, but it's quite harmless, I assure you. You can assure me of nothing that you yourself do not know. I hope it doesn't explode in your face one day. Rubo casts an anxious glance at the device. Maybe you're right. I might have to get an expert to come in and have a look at it. Well, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Okay, I can see you're a busy person, so I won't keep you. Would you like to see my stuff? Or... So you have a device. The arrows of impact aren't that expensive, but they're still worthwhile. A lot of little time of opening. Knock, 2 charges per use. That's 25 times you can cast a knock spell. I don't recall ever using a knock that many times in a long campaign even. So this is something we probably want to buy, especially since we don't have a thief in the group. 4,280. Not an immediate problem, but definitely on the to-do list. Rather wonders. 2 users per day. Unpredictable device. Right. Not gonna take it. Trap detection. 10 charges. Another very good item that I'm gonna get. 2,500. An unfavorable merchant reaction, so we might get lucky and get it for cheaper at a later date. Unlimited frost, ray of frost for 380. I'm not sure if I want to buy a potion of lore. I'm sure I'm gonna get it at some point. Regal kimono. Different type of robes. gloves. Mainly monk equipment. Right. I'm going to have to identify this equipment, and it's going to be incredibly costly if I have to identify everything individually. So I'm going to buy a potion of lore and see if I can get a cheaper location for it, since he views us unfavorably. 150 something in here. Should be around 100. Master Chaplain Smithy. That's it, lad. Put your back into it. You're doing fine.
What can I do for you?
Welcome to my shop, sir. Can I interest you in any of my fine goods today? Sure. Unfavorable reaction. Crafting supplies. Heavy pick. Piercing damage with a massive critical threat. Right. Heavy mace. Better critical threat, I think. Proper shield. Masterwork tower shield. Masterwork full plate. Right. So we might be even able to afford some of this if we could just identify our magical items and be able to sell them away. There's at least some kind of chapter here, so maybe they have a shopkeeper too. Seagulls. I never cared much for ships myself. All that swaying back and forth. I'm going to be quiet now. So, getting seasick easily. Ducks, the Raven. Named ships. Keeper Bob. Hello there, Bob.
Well met.
Ahoy there, mate. You look new to these parts. What brings you to this fine port? Shopping and a place to rest between adventures. That sort of thing. An adventurer, eh? One of them folks that travels around looking for trouble. Just trying to help people out, really. These are tough times. Maybe you could give me a hand then. I'll pay you for your time, fear not. What's the job? Well, me and a few other fishermen have been looking for the dockmaster. He's usually around the docks doing his job, or passed out drunk at the tavern, but he's at neither of those places. Fisherman, eh? Do you have a ship? Yup, the Saltfish. She's anchored just over the west past the docks. Nice little boat. Nothing fancy though, but as the dockmaster, no one's seen him nearly a whole day. If you could help me track him down, me and me mates be grateful for your assistance. Okay, I'll help you out. Anything I need to know? Well, if you're so inclined, you could probably check out his house just east of the warehouses. A friend of mine went over there, but says there was no sign of the Darkmaster. Might be worth another look if all else fails.
Alright, I'll see what I can turn up. We acquired the Darkmaster's house key. Okay, just give a random guy a key to someone's house. What could possibly go wrong? Ooh. Locked crates. Trapped crates. Is it okay for me to just try to get access to these? Artwork, artwork, artwork. Portrait is reasonably well painted and would be worth a fair amount of gold. I'm not really a thief though. Gold and fish. I think I'll leave them for now anyway. We're not a thief. Midnight Runner. Warehouse. Ooh, rats. Probably should go to an inn. I'm not a thief, he says, while he goes through other people's stuff and takes everything that they have there. This doesn't require us to go through locks, they're just, I guess, something people left in unprotected containers. I don't consider it to be the same thing. Sea spray in. Dockmaster's house. Right, well, we're already here. The room smells rather pungent, as if the occupant enjoys collecting dead fish. Or, yeah, there's blood there. Shit. It looks as though someone has tried to cover up this bloodstain, but didn't do a very good job. Looks nearly a day old. So we have to take a closer look now. It's all evidence. A little bit of healing, and a little bit of pocket change. Okay, someone got very likely killed here, but then what? Trying to get access to the blood. Maybe there's something hidden under the crates. I'm gonna go back and talk to the guy who gave us the job. Basically see if I can get more information about the Dark Master. What the hell was he doing, that sort of thing.
Well met.
When I searched the Dark Master's house, I found a pool of blood partially hidden. Couldn't be more than a day old.
Blood. Damn. He might have been kidnapped or even killed.
Who would want to do that?
Well, he had plenty of enemies. He controlled the dock here, which means smugglers would be a likely suspect. Maybe we should pay them a visit.
You know some?
No, not really. I captain a fishing boat and rarely run afoul of such types. I know someone who would know, however.
Well, don't hold me in suspense, man.
A halfling named Luther. He's the shady sort that tends to hang around his ship a lot. He's like he's ready to leave at a moment's notice.
Where can I find him?
His ship is the Midnight Runner, and she's docked over to the northeast. You might like to have a few words with him about this.
Is he dangerous?
Quite. But he also likes to keep a low profile. Just watch your back around him.
Thanks for the tip. Midnight Runner, was it? We're in fairly good shape, so... Ooh, impossible. Don't pick a fight, don't pick a fight. Have off guard, overpowering.
How are ya?
What have we here? A prospective customer. What is it you do here? Why, my dear fellow, I trade in all manner of goods. All manner of goods, if you catch my meaning. I hear you are the man to speak about happenings around the dock. Maybe I am. Depends on what kind of questions you have. Have you any idea where the Dark Master might have disappeared to? Ah, that would be one of those questions that I have no knowledge about. Not sure if it's a good idea to try to threaten him. The persuasion attempt. But I don't want to pay him gold either. So I'll try it. I have taken some skill in that. Nice operation you have here. Did it be a shame if the authorities came to know what you were up to?
The authorities already know about me, and benefit from my arrangement, don't you worry.
Or perhaps some gold would loosen your tongue?
It'd take a lot of gold to get me talking, friend. I ain't bought that easily.
Offer him 100. I think we're getting a couple of hundred by doing this. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not.
Wouldn't consider divulging my secrets for less than 200.
I don't like this dialogue, since I have no option but to keep offering him more money. I mean, I can't even say, yeah, that's too rich for me. So, bit too streamlined conversation. Fine, here, take your money. Now spill the beans.
Okay, the man you want is Black Pete. He operates a smuggling operation aboard the Raven. She's docked at the pier right now. Just don't tell them I told you.
Your secret is safe with me. Just keep your nose clean.
Watch your back out there, friend. Black Pete is not to be trifled with.
Well, it was worth 300 experience points, so it's not a total loss. However, conversation involving you paying a bribe but not even having an option to back out of it once the price keeps increasing That's not good. Right, I'm not gonna go to the Raven without arresting. Cease praying. No, no, no. I'd like to find that chapel Nelise was talking about. We might be able to rest there for free. I doubt we can rest in the middle of the town.
Hello there.
Greetings. Welcome to my store. I love how you've decorated your shop. Yes, it reminds me a little of home. What brings you to Aielund? I saw the market for my superior weaponry and found it here, close to a human ranger establishment. Business is good and I'm well pleased. But, but I do miss the land of my birth, the place of great natural beauty, hence the elaborate decorations. Nice to hear. Like to see just how superior your weaponry is. Masterwork bows. So the high quality bows are sold by him. Also the specialty ammunition. Some traps. And everything you need to make arrows and bows. Right. Church. North Shore Training Company. Priestess Celeste Patterson.
Hey there, dear. How's it going?
The lady yawns widely. Good day to you, sir. Oh, Nelise. Good to see you again. I trust you have been keeping busy. I have indeed, sister. Although for a while there I was stuck in Braxworth with little to do, my associate here offered me a chance to be of service that I couldn't pass up. I couldn't have come this far without her aid. I'm glad to hear it. So, is there anything I can do to help? Actually, I was about to make the same offer to you. You seem rather tired, sister. Working too hard lately. Oh, I must apologize. The bishop would be most upset with me for acting so in public. You see, I was in the crypts a few nights ago and could swear I heard some sort of digging sounds. So I've spent a few hours every night since then in there to listen for the same sounds. Have you heard them again? Alas, no. I'm beginning to think that maybe I have been hearing things. He yawns again. Well, don't let me prattle on about this. You probably have better things to be doing. Digging sounds from inside a crypt sounds a little suspicious to me. I'd like to go and have a listen if you don't mind. You would? Well, I suppose. If it's not too much trouble. I'd like to know if I still have my marbles after all. I'd be happy to help. Well, thank you, sir. Here's the key to the crypt. If you find out anything, let me know. What is your name, by the way? Ramir Swift. Anything else I should be aware of? Well, I wouldn't bother going in there in the daytime. I was in there all yesterday and didn't hear so much as a mouse running around. Best to check it out when it's dark. Okay, I'll do that, thanks. So very likely there's someone digging around there,
Hey
but
there, dear.
for
How's it
why?
going?
Nice healing supplies. No potions of lore. Crappy magical items in general. Healing equipment's a little bit cheaper here than the previous shops. This might be a good place to sell things. Right. We got a crypt key out of this. I rest here. No resting allowed. I suppose I could use the harbor master's house. It's not a pleasant place, but it's a private place. Trading company. Okay. What's all this then? Sergeant of the guard. Guard tower.
Well met.
Can I go out the east gate?
That gate has been locked down. Nothing's going out, or more importantly, coming in.
Why not?
A very big and very angry blue dragon has taken over the road between here and Fairlock, that's why.
And this affects me how?
It means you're not going through this gate. I'm really sorry, but it is for your own good. We don't want to give the dragon any ideas about attacking the town.
Suppose I wanted to head to Fairlock?
You'd have to travel by ship. If you got your heart set on traveling to the capital, you'll want to find yourself a decent captain who will take you.
And whereabouts could I find such a man?
Usually aboard a ship or the tavern. There aren't any ships heading out anytime soon though. There's Bob's fishing boat and 2 cargo ships that just recently docked.
So I'm not going anywhere by sea, am I?
Not yet, sir. You'll just have to put up with our country hospitality for a while. Now move along.
Culdeny Mausoleum. Right. We have a key there, but I'm certainly not sticking my nose there. Very likely there's some... No. I'd like to say there's very likely some undead activity, but why the fuck would they be... They wouldn't need to dig around if the undead in the crypt would be rising. So, something else, very likely at least. I think I'll just go to the inn and rest. Although that would cost me, and I don't think I want to spend money. Clavis MacTavish.
Hail to ye!
Hello there. What brings you to this rustic setting?
Lending a hand here and there, where it's needed. Lots of trouble about lately.
Is that so? I'm guessing you'd be wondering about quite a bit then.
Well, you could say that.
Well then, I might have a bit of a job for you, if you wouldn't mind hearing me tell.
I'll hear you out. What's your trouble?
First of all, me name's Clavis MacTavish, and I hail from the village of Stoneguard far to the east of here. I trade in iron, stone, and some other things that me people have to sell. About a month ago, my brother Durham got it in his thick head that he should come out west to look out for our ancient homeland.
The one in the mountains?
Aye, that'd be the one. The clan lived in these parts until a few decades ago. Rumors abound about how Clan MacTavish was forced out of our ancestral home and out into the world, but nothing had been confirmed.
So no records were kept?
It's me understanding that those were frenetic times. One of the rumors also says that we were attacked by a great darkness from below. Be honest, that question has plagued many of me kin for years. So my brother finally came to the idea that he should be investigating instead of wondering. So when I told him I had to travel to Culdeny to ply me trade, he came along with.
And got himself into a whole lot of trouble, I'm guessing.
That's the question I've been wondering for the past few days. I haven't heard anything from him, and no one's seen him.
So you want me to keep an eye out on my travels then?
Aye lad, he be a fine warrior, As you say, these are difficult times. Probably got himself into a world of trouble, as you said. I'm just a merchant. I don't have what it takes to locate him. But if you find him or evidence of his passing, I'll make it worth your time.
I can do that. Durham's his name, right?
That's it is. Thanks. Good luck to you, mister.
Rammer Swift. If I find anything, I'll let you know.
Good luck to you, Rammer. See you soon.
Uh, you mentioned you were a merchant. Do you have anything to sell?
I sold most of my stock to your king's army as it swept through a few weeks back. I've only a couple of items left, I'm afraid.
That's okay, I'll take a look. Dwarven war axe, axes in general, bolts. So, bit more themed shopkeepers in this module. Keeper, sailor, prostitute, comer, sailors and prostitutes.
Oi, what can I get ya?
I'd like a room. No, give me a drink. I basically just want to see if they have rubbish.
Oi, what can I get?
One room for 5 gold, no complaining. Uh, I'd rather rest for free, so we'll go to the harbor master's house and see if we can rest there. I'll leave things there too. Depending on the situation, I'll either try to find a missing harbor master or go to the crypt. I'm thinking missing harbor master because at least that's something that we know. We have clues. We have specific path to follow. With the crypt, we have the clue that there are noises there, but we have nothing really solid to go after yet. So it might be something that is gonna take some time before we get anything out of it. About 600 experience points away from a level up. Ooh. Right. The Raven.